to Ref Lounge Part 2. Keith's still with me, and we're going to be discussing goalkeeping today. And I don't mean the coaching of a goalkeeper or anything like that. It's just the fact that the goalkeeping law, which there isn't one, seems to get a preferential treatment.
Yeah, I think there's lots of incidents around the goalkeeper in a game, and a lot of the, if you like, the spectators, stakeholders in the game get confused by lots of things.
Yeah.
So the first thing I think I'd like to touch on is of course the 6 seconds. It is in the law.
It is.
And I sit there and I see the goalkeeper, ball in hand, standing around watching, and I've got this automatic clock that I've brought in since I started refereeing that counts down, and there are far too many occasions when the goalkeeper has got the ball much longer. He's tactically slowing it down. He's, in a sense, delaying the restart, and therefore the law in that sense can actually punish him. Yeah. And they should do. And
I mean, sometimes it's 12 to 18 seconds.
Oh, I know.
They've got the ball, but this is at every level. Doesn't seem to be implemented at any level.
Well, I think it's one aspect of law that is massively ignored by referees, and it shouldn't be, because it's there to keep the game flow, you know. So there's that one. Then we've got, I see often, assistant referees saying, right, fine, I need to get up the field to be in line with the secondary most defender, and I recognise that. But what they often do is fail to start monitoring the goalkeeper carrying the ball outside the penalty area.
Yeah.
And when he does, that's an offence, penalised by a direct free kick. So we have that one. Then the other one that causes a lot of confusion is the goalkeeper handling the ball, i.e. he grabs the ball outside the penalty area, pulls it back in. Now, everybody thinks that is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, when it's not.
Yeah.
So let us take the one down the penalty area line, parallel to the touchline. He comes out, grabs it. Yeah. There's no one around. He's committing an offence.
Yeah.
The one in the centre of the penalty area, around the D area. Now what you've got to do is you've got to take into account the probability of the forward being able to control the ball, gain possession, control the ball. Has, when the goalkeeper come out, grabbed the ball, pulled it back in, and denied an obvious goal-scoring opportunity for the forward. In that situation, it's red card.
Yeah, so it's a bit of difference, because we've got the 6 second rule being ignored. Then there's the fact of when they're stepping on and coming out. Okay, so we've got that one in there. My one, I've got a couple, because one of mine is this fact of a corner comes in and the keeper goes bang like that. And I mean, and I talk about the elbows all the time. My clues are always in the elbows, and they're full-on pushes.
Yes.
And anywhere else on the pitch, it's a free kick, and it's an easy free kick.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the other one as well, isn't it? It's the opposite of that. When we see, even before the kick is taken, we're seeing blocking taking place. Yeah. We're seeing holding taking place. Yeah. We're seeing those pushes, and the ball's not even in play. Yeah. We do see the referee occasionally come in. Less of it now, have you noticed? Coming in and going, la, 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 move out, and all that nonsense. And then, as the ball's coming in, it all takes place, and nothing happens from a refereeing point of view. So again, you're quite right. That is a law that is often ignored. Yeah. And I think that what we're trying to do today is to actually raise awareness of these things. You know, to be aware from a refereeing perspective. Look, you know, the ball never commits an offence. Don't go ball watching. Watch what's taking place down here in the landing zone. Yeah. And are these pushes, are these holding, are these blocking offences taking place? And do we need to punish them?
I've got a question on this. Okay, and I see it. Goalkeeper, ball's in the air, goes up for it, knee comes up fast, supposedly protecting them, and more often causes an injury on the player that's going to actually compete for the ball. So, well, it's a hard decision. But it's dangerous.
I think you raise a serious point here, because I think there's a growing trend of goalkeepers to come out and crash their opponents. A little bit we saw years ago in a World Cup, where the Dutch referee, I think it was Korver, allowed an incident to take place that was resulted in almost like a tragic incident.
Yeah.
So let us not turn a blind eye to those offences that the goalkeeper can commit that are physical. You know, it's a little bit like that arm coming out, I'm going to hit somebody before I gather the ball.
Yeah.
All these sort of scenarios, you can either ignore,
Yeah.
which is not good refereeing, or you apply the law. And the law is there to protect players from themselves, really, and their opponents.
Yeah, I think with goalkeepers though, and he seems to be in this protected bubble, so we've seen a few where they've gone up and they've said, oh, the keeper needs to be stronger, and you know, I think there was one Everton, Man U, I think it was either early in the season, I think it was, where the arm was over, everyone said it was weak goalkeeping, so whereas actually there's an arm over a hand trying to catch the ball, so we've kind of got the perspective on that as well, but then you've got McCarthy at weekend, who makes the error in the West Ham game, who just held his hands up. You know, so there's a bit of honesty on there. So are referees watching the players' body language and the appeals more than what they should be?
They're certainly missing the offences.
Yeah.
And I think that's generally across football. And the other thing that they're missing also is the fact that they don't recognise the runner. So you've got a conflict in midfield. And there was an incident this week or last weekend with Joe Hart. All of a sudden, it's Schmeichel. All of a sudden, we've got a situation where he's at the face of the referee. He's run almost 2/3 of the length of the pitch to have a go at the referee. And I'm going, you should meet that with a yellow card.
Straight away.
You know, so he's the captain of the team. So what?
Yeah.
Doesn't give him the ability to be able to question the referee in that public manner.
So very quickly, if we were to say, right, line in the sand, let's start penalising the keepers, how many penalties a weekend would there be?
Quite a few to begin with.
Yeah.
And a lot of protests from players saying, what are you doing? Because you're stepping outside what is effectively become a comfort zone. Overprotect the goalkeeper, allow him to do things that he shouldn't be doing. And of course the other one that I had a debate with a couple of weeks ago was the defender he's rolled the ball, so he's got possession of the ball and he's put under pressure. So he now comes back to almost the goal area line, if you like, near wide the corner flag, and kicks it to his goalkeeper, who picks it up, right?
Yeah.
And they're going, well, it's not a pass back, he's passed on the line at the time to go. Sorry.
It's a pass back.
That's a pass back.
It is, it's a pass back. So, but my thing is just going back to the 6-second rule, just to finish off, futsal have this lovely thing with futsal, it's 4 seconds, and the hands up, 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, it goes the other way. Maybe, just maybe we bring that in. And
I mean anything that actually gets over what I think is a problem in the game.
No, which is brilliant. So there's our views on the goalkeeping and the protection of goalkeepers, and I'm sure there'll be goalkeepers out there who don't agree, and there'll be lots and lots of referees who'll say, well, yeah, actually you are right, but we don't do it because of all the abuse that we'll get when we shouldn't be getting any abuse whatsoever. So a huge thanks for Keith for joining me this week. There will be a surprise for everybody at next week's show, but I'm not going to release that just yet. So it's goodbye from me, Simon Hall, and
goodbye from me.
Thank you very much.